Hello, everybody, and welcome to another podcast?
Yeah,
Technically a podcast.
I changed the name. Reading Space and Time.
Reading Space and Time,
Yeah.
151, with Ryan Ozzy Smith and Angela Yuriko Smith. Well, I'm looking at the volume right now. It's jumping through the roof. I guess I did turn that up. Let me turn this down just a touch. I was doing some voice recording last night. I needed to make
Loud noises.
well, it was swallowing noises, like
right.
like the gulping of like water and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
that needs sensitivity for the microphone. And I almost sprayed water all over the microphone, but that's absolutely fine. All right, so you do a bit of an update, and I'm gonna work on getting these things up.
Yeah, first thing I'm going to talk about is what it is like to live with somebody who has to swallow into the microphone. Yeah, and this is because Ryan is doing voice acting. He's working on his own projects. Frequently, I'm sitting at my desk over here because we share the same room, and all of a sudden, he'll just make a bizarre noise or a bizarre loud statement or just start going. And now I know what he's doing.
Yeah.
But it can be unnerving.
Well, like the other day, I was there's been a couple of situations like that, like I'm clanking rocks together or something like that.
Rock thing.
And then there was when I was doing the zombies, and you and you were working over there. I'm just like, and yeah.
Yeah, so it's always exciting over here.
Yes, absolutely. So we've got this up. All right, it looks like we're good to go.
Yeah, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
So I do want to say if I look a little tired, I've been going, what is it, publishing goblin, I think would be a good way to.
Well, I did say you were goblin mode the other night because you were eating food whilst like dropping like juice and food and crap
dropping
everywhere.
sauerkraut on myself.
Yeah, and on the bed.
Yeah, because
And
I was trying to balance and publish. It's hard to eat and publish at the same time. But one of the things that we're working on is getting all of the back issues up.
yeah,
All of the back issues of Space and Time. And I think we're up to 125. But it takes 30 minutes to put up a back issue because we have to reformat the cover.
uninterrupted.
Yeah, uninterrupted.
uninterrupted, and there's always interruptions.
Yeah, so it's slow going, but we're getting it. Like I said, we're up to 125. I'm super excited about 133, though. 133 was the first issue that we published with Space and Time, and it has never been available before because Amazon kept kicking it off.
Right.
I mean, it was available because we originally were printing the old school method of printing where you print and have a trillion boxes delivered to you and then you mail them out yourself. And then COVID happened, 2020, and we had to change all that when all the USPS mishaps happened. We don't even need to go into all that history, but
Technically, the packages were not lost if you could never find them.
yeah, that's true. I
They
guess so.
they arrived. It's all good.
Yeah. So anyways, here we are in 2026. I know what year it is.
Well done.
And yeah, we're finally getting those up. I'm very excited.
All right, so we're going to talk about 2 stories and 2 poems today. The first story that we're going to be talking about is "And Then We Died" by J.D. Strunk, and then we're going to be talking about "Taped Shut" by Isha Jain. Then "I Am Anything" by M. Frost, and then "The Man Behind You" by Sali Siyaya.
Andiamo, Siyaya. So yeah, we're
It's
not.
small over here.
Yeah, we're not great at pronunciating everything.
Pronunciating.
We're writers, not speakers.
We're not great at pronunciating.
We don't pronunciate well.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So anyways,
Okay.
what'd you think of this story? And then she died. Or
Uh,
then we died.
And then we died. Really interesting. I thought it was going to take a different turn than what it did, but I'm really glad that it did take a certain turn. Really great story. I think the biggest thing is stories like this that are, I'm going to say, like borderline science fiction, borderline, like I'd say this is more science fiction than anything, like the classification.
Yeah.
It's really interesting when it takes a topic that is real world and it is kind of turning it on its head, but it's also how are you manipulated? Because I'd say like social media manipulation, big business manipulation, all of these different things. And it's how much agency do you actually have as a person and as the human race,
Yeah.
as things that are kind of just taken for granted. So I really really enjoyed this story by JD Strunk.
Yeah.
I very much enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think he did a really good job. Like you said, he's kind of taking a real world concern, like a real world thing that's happening that's in the news,
Yeah.
and turning it into a completely unexpected place without giving any spoilers.
Yeah.
But it was a place that actually made me wonder, like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
pretty plausible that that actually could be happening.
Yeah, with everything happening, and once again, I
Yeah.
was like, I was gonna actually say something, and like, oh, my conspiracy theory for this. I'm like, no, because that will ruin the story.
Exactly, because we don't want to give away too many spoilers. But
Yeah, yeah,
he connected with a couple of real world current events
yes,
in a very
yeah,
surprising way.
but yeah, it was good, but also I'd say like with this sort of a story as well. What I appreciated is in a lot of stories where you have say like I don't know, 1964 and then 1965, and it has like kind of the designated times to show like a montage or a skipping of time to, yeah, bring the story forward. It felt very natural,
Yeah.
and also the kind of the punchline or the ending part of the story, the conclusion, uh, the conclusion of the story, it didn't feel forced and it wasn't too much.
Yeah.
It was like it was good seasoning on top of the story.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, oh, now we need to go into all of the detail. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. The story was about one thing, and now you know what the ending of the story was, but also the beginning of the story. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I really appreciated that.
Yeah, and that's a sign of a good flash story. A
Yeah.
flash should be very short and succinct. You don't have the word count to waste.
Yes.
But it still needs to feel like a complete story and not just a
Yeah.
fragment,
Well, and you can't
a
tell too
theme.
much as well.
Yeah.
Like it's a short story. It's designed to be
Yeah.
a short story from start to finish. You can't tell Lord of the Rings as a flash.
Yeah.
You can tell a small part of a small part of a small
Yeah.
part, but you can't tell
Yeah,
everything,
it
and that's
still has to
why.
have beginning, end, and
And then
middle.
at the same point, and the way that I thought of it is like the little bit of the conclusion is kind of like a seasoning on the end to make it a really great meal. You also don't want it to like it needs to be really potent because it's a short story, but you sometimes it goes too far the other
Yeah,
way as
yeah.
well, and it's like too much stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to be. Yeah, and that was my impression of it. It just had a very satisfied completion feel to it as a story.
Yeah.
So yeah, just really well written.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you, JD, for sending that to us. That
Yeah.
was awesome. Little back note. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't reveal the back secrets of going through this. But JD and I both went with the years. Like we were like, wait a second, if it was this year, and I thought I was being clever at first as the editor, going, wait a second, if it's this year's to this year's, then it would be this many years, right? And he was like, oh yeah, yeah. Da, da, da. And then we went back to it. I was like, wait a second, it actually would be this many. So we mathed.
So couple of writers trying to math.
Yeah, we were
things.
mathing.
Yeah.
So real math went into this story. So if you appreciate nothing else, real math went into this story.
Yeah,
And it's a fantastic
and I do
story.
appreciate it because like when it's like 50 years later, I was like, wow, 50 is a number. I appreciate the math. That was not at all the vibe I got from this story. I'm like,
Yeah.
it was a good flow, but
Yeah,
not. I was
we,
not
we
thinking.
did a few math tweaks to make the flow. So it's
Okay.
good that it didn't jump out at you.
It's literally how many years should it be in the future? There's a-
Yeah, exactly. Math.
Anyway, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so what are we going to talk about next? We can go to Taped Shut by Isha Jain, or we can cover a poem.
If I remember, I gotta remember exactly where these are. Next time you send me the message, tell me the
Oh, I should, yeah.
thing as well.
The page number.
The thing, yeah, that.
Yeah, her
Tip
poem
shut.
is
23. I'm gonna go to 23.
Okay.
Because that's the one I looked at. All right, so Taped Shut should be right here.
Yeah.
By Isha Jain.
Yep. Yeah, this was another good one, I thought. Another one of those surprising, where is this going to go?
Yeah.
Um, talking, it's like you think, like, without giving away spoilers, but talking about some of the real effects of being silenced,
Yep.
not being able to speak your mind, and how that can be emotionally fatal or fatal,
Yeah.
physically fatal sometimes
Yeah.
for us. So,
Yeah, for me, this story, it's really hard not to give away spoilers because
it is.
it's like what was the moral for this story? Well, because of this and that, but you can't really say about it.
Yeah.
Really really interesting story. I felt like this one was a bit more of a slow burn for me. At the very very end, it did from like an emotional perspective, it spoke to me in the case of with loved ones or those closest to us. Sometimes we are more rigid and we do not say things that we like we should say. It's a lot of things like you're on your deathbed. What did you want to say to your family? Well, I wish I had told my father that I loved him, but
Yeah.
men don't show emotion. Or I'd wish I'd done like said this to my daughter or my son or whatever the situation is. And a lot of the times it's like these pathetic little fights or arguments
Yeah.
or political differences or just something that just
Doesn't
really
matter.
doesn't matter. And then you don't speak to somebody or you don't say the things that need to be said for years and years and years. It festers and then the people die. And that's it's a tragic reality of so many people. And first, yeah, like I've been told stories like this. I know
Yeah.
people like this.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the vibe that I got from this story. Is kind of outlining that as well, and letting things go and accepting people and all of those sorts of things. So that's what it said to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. For me, it was a lot of the dread, the terror, the fear of being silenced, the real consequences of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Real
So,
world consequences. I'm
yeah.
like, yeah, and the love and the emotion, and you're like,
And the
yeah,
dread and the
and
terror and the fear.
the terror and the dread and the everything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think for me, like, one thing that really struck me on a deep level is how many people are silenced, or how
Yeah.
many people are unable to speak
Uh-huh.
whatever it is that they want to say. For some of the, can I say dumbest reasons? I feel like dumbest is for some
Dumbest is
reasons
a word.
that
Yeah.
aren't universally intelligent.
Uh-huh.
So, and that's my opinion, but just silence for things that don't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Necessarily
Well,
for,
yeah, when ego gets
Mhm.
involved, and
yeah,
yeah, it's the
dumb rules,
ego
dumb
is dumb.
laws,
Yeah, yeah,
dumb stuff.
yeah. But yeah, really, really great story. So
Yeah.
thank you, Isha, for sending that along. Really, really interesting and an alternate perspective for me at least. And it's always great when we get kind of stories from other countries as well.
Yeah, I think she's from India. I believe this is
Well,
from
this
India.
this is based in India,
Yeah.
so I would think so.
Oh yeah. Oh, we can look at her bio
There you go.
because we have it at the end of the
Uh-huh.
story. If you ever want to look at, if you ever have any questions about any of the authors, look at their bio.
I was going to say, like, we should be saying this after the podcast. Oh, we can look it up in the bio. We know, Isha. We know you.
Yeah,
We
well,
love you.
I can't remember that detail where she's from, but I think it is. I think she is from
All good.
India.
All good. Did we show this?
I think we did last
We did?
week or the week before. This has been
Yeah.
a weird month because we were a little bit late for the release of this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blame StokerCon, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
StokerCon, it's an entity.
Yes.
But we do have to congratulate our poetry editor, Linda D. Addison.
Yes.
With Jamal Hodge, they wrote a book called Everything Endless, and it is the Bram Stoker Excellence in Poetry winner this year. So congratulations, Linda,
congratulations.
for that. Really happy and proud that she works with Space and Time. She selects all our poetry, including this one that we're about to talk about right now.
And that's why she was a little bit late, because she's busy.
Yeah, and she was the guest of honor for the banquet too. So
We had poetry stuff we needed to do. All right, so I Am Anything. by M. Frost. What were your initial thoughts on this?
I'm just gonna say, fucking loved this poem.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely loved this poem. This was one of my favorite poems of all time at this point. And I still love yours, Sarah Reed, which was the other time that I was like, oh, I love
Yeah.
this poem.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, both of them are very short poems.
Yeah.
Sarah Reed's, I think, is a haiku, the one that I was like, oh, I love this
Uh-huh.
poem. I love this too because M. Frost, also love her name, also very brief. I think I like brief things.
Yes.
Sparse. I like sparse
I'm
language.
busy. So busy.
But I really love this because she says so much, again, kind of connecting to real world events,
Yeah.
that in a speculative way, she says so much without saying so much. I actually read the poem 3 times before I was like I got the meaning the first time, like, and then it was like I doubted myself. Is she really talking about that?
Uh-huh.
Read it a second time. Yeah, I believe she's talking about that. And then kind of read it through a third time just to be like, did she is that what she's meaning? But also admiring the cleverness of of the way she presented it.
Yeah.
I guess I don't have to worry about spoilers for poetry. You're looking at the whole poem right now.
Yeah. Oh crap.
Ah,
Oh wait,
hide
no,
it.
they could.
Hide the last stanza.
Yeah. Well, and poetry, that's the thing, is poetry is quick. It's yeah, it can say so much
Yeah.
in such a small amount of space. So
Yeah.
yeah.
The title art is a spoiler. I actually sent that title art to her, the little protesters, and I was like, is this too on the nose
What?
for you? Because
Yeah, but that's the thing though. They've got it right there. They can read it. Like it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
setting it up for that. It's yeah.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, I will admit, Angela has many times brought up this poem and how excited it makes her feel, and yeah, she was really enthralled for the poem. So
Yeah.
well done, M. Frost.
Yeah, I will say, to me, when you take the power that we have, excuse me, in the speculative realm, writing speculative poetry and fiction and, art and stuff like that, we have the power of being able to address things that are really bothering us or things that we feel like should be addressed, but in a speculative way. So we can tell the truth without telling the truth, and we can,
Yeah.
object without officially objecting to anything, and allow people to understand the point of view that we have in an emotional level in a way that becomes more true than the truth. And that's what I think is like absolutely awesome about the speculative genre and poems like this.
Yeah. I'm not going to say anything more because it's just going to seem pale in comparison. That's why I was like, I'm not going to say much about this because I know you're all like
Yeah.
excited.
I really love that poem, Empress.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for sending us.
All right.
Sending it.
The Man Behind You by
Yep.
Sali. Andiamo. Siyaya.
Yeah.
I said that correctly. All right.
We apologize if we mispronounce anybody's names.
I don't apologize. It's the way it's meant to be pronounced. If
I
pronounce it.
apologize for it.
All right. What are your thoughts of this poem?
I really loved it. It has a lot of atmosphere. It doesn't really connect in the current events kind of thing like the last pieces did, but it has a very realistic, and it also pairs well with the story that precedes it.
Right.
But a very atmospheric. I feel like we've all kind of been there, that sense of like something possibly is not right in your world, somebody coming, somebody's stalking you or whatever.
Yeah.
So I thought Sally did a really good job with this one.
Yeah, and I mean, when you've got an open-ended question, say like something is out there, or there's something following me, there's something along this lines that can speak to people in so many different ways. Like we constantly talk about imposter syndrome and how you like, and not saying that that's what I felt when I was reading this, but like I was thinking about it afterwards, and I'm like, this could be taken from the perspective of somebody that's trying to be artistic, that's trying to write, that's trying to do art, and there's always somebody, I don't know who it is, but somebody in the shadows that's do they like it? Do they not like it? Why aren't they saying anything? Am I worth anything? So that's kind of the vibes that I got from this as well.
Yeah.
after the fact
yeah.
when I was thinking about it, because yeah, if somebody's watching from the shadows and they're not really doing anything good or bad, but it's your perception of is that a good or a bad thing?
Yeah.
Because there's no inherent evil in somebody or something watching you.
Yeah.
It's, it's just
Yeah.
there. So perceived or real,
In a way, this does connect with current events then, in a way, because you could be like, that's kind of like social media. Like everything we do now is
Yeah.
kind of being seen, we're always
Yeah.
being,
Tracked.
even if it's not us,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
if we are not posting selfies,
Yeah.
other people are, because there's cameras
Yeah.
everywhere. And
Yeah, I'd
if
say
you
that.
do something crazy, somebody gonna video it and post it on Instagram.
Yeah,
So,
now with all the, the addition to AI with that and the
oh, yeah.
ability to scrape all of the data and do all the
Yeah.
things super super quick, it is like, yeah, surveillance state type situation. It is even
Yeah.
more like that, with all the cameras in everybody's hands, and now you can get the cameras with the little
Oh,
the
yeah.
glasses cameras and stuff like that I was looking into the other day, and people
Yeah.
can wear them without anybody realizing. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's some really really interesting stuff. So yeah, deep diving into this,
Mm-hmm.
I would
Yeah.
say, yeah, that is another direction that you could take from
Yeah.
it. Doesn't necessarily need to be a man behind you, but it is the man,
Yeah.
sort
Or
of thing.
the man. We all know who the man is.
George from down the street.
Orwell.
Yes,
No,
he's
it isn't
not.
George Orwell.
He's not dead. He's still alive. Um, but yeah, really really great poem.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah. So thanks for sending that. In Space and Time news, we are going through the stories, the submissions for August. We're getting ready to have all that wrapped up this week. It does take a while. We got a bunch,
there's a
lot.
bunch to read
Yeah,
through.
it's
Yeah.
more than 100. But we're getting through those, and we will be sending out acceptances and rejections, and that will be for the August issue with the theme of sharpen those tools, something like that.
Yep.
Keep your
Not for
tools sharp.
violence. Like
No,
we're talking about
no.
like pencils and
Yeah, well, you can use a pencil for
pens.
violence. I'm just saying. That got me kicked out of school when I
Uh-huh.
told my principal that. But just get through those. If you want to go grab these issues, I was going to say grab these issues. Please don't grab the issues, but if you would like to grab the issues, you can get this issue and read the ending of these stories, which hopefully we have tempted you deliciously to go find. You can find it in a large print edition. You can find it in dyslexia friendly edition, ebook, and regular print. And that is at opportunitiespress.com. And if you watch, you will see all those back issues populating like craziness. But you'll know how many back issues are getting put up because you'll see us getting more and more tired and withered as we just keep putting up back issues. I don't feel emotional about it.
We'll figure out a way to make it more streamlined so it's not quite as
There's so
soul-sucking.
many back issues. Gordon, why did you start publishing in 1966? It makes so many back issues.
It just means that hopefully once we've got them up and running, it's like our forever home on this particular thing, because it is a lot easier, and Amazon keeps kicking people off. I don't see us getting kicked off of this platform.
Now this is direct sales too, by the way. So anything you spend at opportunitiespress.com directly goes to support the poets and the authors and stuff that are in these magazines.
Yep.
And so
and we are getting more books up as well. We're kind of
Yes.
going on the push for that. So
yeah, we are signing I think about 7 books we just signed. So you're gonna have 3 from Pixie Bruner coming out and 1 from Pete Kelly. Well, these contracts haven't been signed yet, so I probably shouldn't say anything.
No.
But lots of good books
Pending.
coming out. Yes.
things are pending.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah.
right.
So yeah, I hope you guys will check it out.
Right, and I think that's pretty much all of the updates that we have for this week. Join us next week. We're going to be going over some more stories, some more poetry. Now that we've got it all set up, maybe some updates on the submission process.
Yeah, we should probably be able to announce the August issue TOC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some other stuff coming along for the future. A lot of really, really great updates coming up. So we hope to see you then.
Yeah, thanks for everybody who joined us. Gordon's like, high school, why not? You have so many issues, Gordon.
Too many.
I have so many issues.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we will see you next week. Until then, we love your faces. Keep working hard, and we'll see you soon.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.